Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We got a really good analysis here coming up here for Solana. We're going to have to update our fib levels, of course, but more important, talk about this point of control here at about 148. We've discussed that previously being a previous point of contention and just an important level. So we're going to see how that treats us here today and generally help understand best practice for situations like this. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Got a trading academy, community, and signals group. If you're curious, CryptoCache.tech is the link down below. We do have new slots available now as of the first of the month. So heaven forbid you didn't get a chance to register last month. You got your opportunity. Okay, so right here, 140, sorry, this is 152. 152 is that heavy concentration liquidation above the price action. It's been there ever since the price action came close to that level previously. And that was back on the 28th of June, so roughly 3 days ago. Having said that, we got this range between 149 and 152. Okay, so there's a lot of liquidation there. Not saying there isn't a lot down below. There's a tremendous amount more at 135, but that's a little ways away. Okay, keep in mind CME gap at what, 61.5, roughly 61,000 for Bitcoin. There's a decent chance we could see that pull back to fill that gap. If so, Solana may simply pull back as well. Okay, so just something to kind of think about. However, take a look at this liquidation here. 152 upwards of 153. We got 1.2, 1.1, and 1.1 billion. So roughly $3 billion plus at that level of 151 to 153. So it would make sense for the price action to wick up one more time before it pulls back just to sweep that upper level liquidity. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's an interesting thing here, the way things are shaping up on the back end, but it's very relevant. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at the daily time frame. Just kind of see where we're at here, work our way down. Again, we'll try to make this brief just so you guys can get on with your day and get the important information here for you. Once more, we can see we're over the 200-day SMA, below the 50 and the 100, and just barely above the 20-day. Okay, we've been above that for roughly 24 hours. So generally speaking, that support level at about 144 should hold. That's generally where we're at here. I drew this out here previously based on the point of control for the larger time frames, which was basically 130 to 145. So you can see we got tons of volume at or below the price action right now, and that's a very positive sign. Okay, so being above that is extremely important. Being over 50 on the RSI is also very important. We got stochastic swinging up, implying we might see a slight pullback here relatively soon, but MACD is converging too, so more propensity for further price action higher. Okay, so again, good stuff there in that regard on the daily. We do take a look at the 4 hour here. Of course, we can see we performed a bearish backtest, that ascending trend line, the bear flag played out and the price pulled back. Okay, so that's no surprise seeing that kind of work itself out that way. That was based on Saturday after we reviewed this coin. But now we've seen a strong ramp up. We're 7 4-hour candles into this continuation. Hypothetically, another 8 hours, we could see a pullback. We do see a pullback. I would say 144 is a logical pivot point because that's that upper range for that point of control in the last couple months. We can also see 50 on the RSI would likely hold too. That's roughly around the same area. Having said that, stochastic swinging down, we can see MACD starting to taper off a little bit. Truth is, these are mostly bullish signs though. We're above all moving averages minus the 200. Getting above that guy at 151 would be solid. Okay, again, tons of liquidation at this level here. So please understand, there's a pretty decent chance that this coin will at least wick up another 4 to 6% before it pulls back again. It just seems very sensible. So if you want to get in now, I guess go ahead and do so. Just make sure you have use low leverage and position sizing, or just more important, make sure your take profit targets are tight and you're not overdoing it. But when it comes to the hourly, let's quickly confirm here too. This does look like it's a pretty solid situation. Lag and span is free and clear, convergence lines over the baseline, and we're above the cloud. Okay. Good news is the cloud is consolidating right here at that previous resistance turn support. So 144, 145 is still a logical pivot point. It would make sense if the price does end up pulling back to bounce off A, the cloud, or B, just this most recent high and essentially kind of continue higher up here. Okay, so again, it's still very premature, but generally speaking, when you see lower highs being formed, and then the next high here is tremendously higher than the previous, that's generally going to be the new pivot point. Okay, so I think we're in pretty solid shape here. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. We take a quick look at our TPO. The current point of control here for today is 148, and we're just above that price action. So a closure at 148 or higher today would incentivize the price to come up here further, sweep this upper level of liquidation, and then, of course, potentially pull back after that. Okay, so again, we got a lot of liquidation, 152 to 153, specifically 153, 154 on the monthly. Okay, so a lot of liquidation there, folks. Okay, so again, that's a good sign for anybody considering a long position. So just be mindful if you do take a long, just be careful, keep your profit targets realistic, secure profit before we hit this 0.5 fib level at 155. Okay, all right. That's kind of where we're at. Very last thing, of course, again, remember, CME gap for Bitcoin. And if this CME gap is filled, we will see a retracement from Solana. Okay, so just keep in mind, we could very well see Bitcoin pull back here. If we see that, Bitcoin, Solana will do the same thing. Okay, so just some friendly advice, be mindful of that. All right, folks, thanks again for watching. Do me a favor again, like the video, comment below if you haven't already. Join us over here on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube. I also have TikTok Shorts now as well. Thanks again for the awesome feedback. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Have a great day.